Eat more to lose fat. A fascinating study tells us we've been thinking about excess body fat all wrong. Getting lean might be simpler than we ever thought. Whether you're very overweight or just a little too pudgy for your liking, the usual advice is stop. Stop eating so damn much. Stop eating those particular foods. Stop consuming so many carbs. Stop snacking. Stop eating late at night. Stop eating your kids' leftovers. Stop. But what if the answer all along, the cure for sedentary person obesity and gym guy chubbiness, was specifically go eat some protein? That's the gist of something called the protein leverage hypothesis. The protein leverage hypothesis explained. The protein leverage hypothesis says that your body prefers and prioritizes protein. If you don't give it the protein it wants, various bodily mechanisms drive you to keep eating. Call it a protein threshold. If you don't meet it, you stay hungry and have cravings, your body's way of asking for protein. Problem is, your big dumb body doesn't use words. It only signals you to keep eating. Most people answer their body's call for protein with more carbs and fats, usually of the junky, neon orange, puffy snack variety. The cycle continues. Calories are overconsumed, and now you're shopping in the ever-expanding plus-size section of Target. Recent studies show that Gen Pop's protein intake has decreased over the last few decades. For whatever reason, cooking less, eating more convenience foods, or being afraid of meat, people are eating less protein and getting fatter. There are many factors contributing to our growing waistlines. Could go eat some protein be the one-sentence solution? Well, it certainly wouldn't hurt, since go eat some gummy bears hasn't worked so well. It's not an easy hypothesis to test in a lab, but researchers gave it a shot anyway. The study, Group 1, diet. 10% protein, 60% carb, 30% fat. Group 2, diet. 15% protein, 55% carb, 30% fat. Group 3, diet. 25% protein, 45% carb, 30% fat. Here is what happened. The 10% low protein group consumed 260 more calories than the higher protein groups each day. The 15% and 25% protein groups were about the same on average. If you buy into the protein leverage hypothesis, this tells us that the protein threshold to meet is at least 15% protein as a percentage of total daily calories. To put that into real-world numbers, the 10% protein group had about 66 grams of protein per day. The 15% group had 85 grams. The 25% group had 138 grams. Body fat wasn't tested since these dietary interventions lasted only 4 days each, but eating 260 more calories per day, triggered by low protein intake, equals 1820 extra calories per week and 7,280 bonus calories per month. All things being equal, that's enough to gain 2 pounds of body fat every month. Yeah, that's some overly simplified metabolic math, but you get the idea. The 10% group would get fatter over time.